Remembering the Sabbath is what I did. It's what I did. And I started keeping the Sabbath by myself until I married this beautiful wife I have right now. Then we keep the Sabbath together. That was the first thing I did. The second thing I did was I made Torah, the first 5 books of Moses, my delight. And oh, by the way, in Isaiah 58, you go down there and read the entire chapter. It'll show you about fasting, and then it'll show you the blessing of the Sabbath. And once you read that, and when you're reading Torah, take your time. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Torah is life-changing. Torah is our history, Israel. So that was my second foundation, was beginning to go first 5 books, the prophets, Judges, Psalms, the old, as what they call over in Christendom, the Old Testament. Ain't nothing old about that Testament. The Old Covenant and the New Covenant, ain't no New Covenant. Not for us. Because the covenant that I'm in right now, the covenant my wife is in right now, that covenant is perpetual, which means that covenant is everlasting. And that's part of our problem. We broke the covenant as a people. So once again, the series will be Let Us Return Unto Yahuwah, Yahweh. All right, here's the thing that happened. The covenant wound is in us as a people. And you say, Brother B, what is the covenant wound? He wounded us, as he said, with the wound of an enemy. You got to understand something about marriage and covenant. You can go out there and get married and not be in covenant. I'm going to say that again. You can go out there and get married and not be in covenant. It's easy to be married, but it's hard to be in covenant. And when I say it's hard to be in covenant, covenant is real. 2 people come together, they make an oath, not a vow. They make an oath. And there's consequences to breaking that oath. So here it is. We made an oath with our Father in Exodus 20. When you get a chance, Exodus 20 is the marriage covenant. How he came, he introduced himself, he told us he delivered us, and because he delivered us, he made us his own, and then on top of that, he gave us his law and his commands. And his blessing is in it, but you have to read it. There is something that is so funny to me. They say, if you want to hide something from a black man or woman, put it in a book. They ain't going to read it. They ain't going to find it. Put it in a book. So, that's one thing that is happening to us now. We are wounded. by our husband. And we need covenant healing. We breach that covenant that was made between us and our God. Your problem is not with, get this, your problem is not with racism. That's not your problem. Your problem is not with the government and all its laws and its statutes. That's not your problem. Your problem is with your God. And I'm not talking about the God of wood, and I'm not talking about the God of stone. Your problem is with the God of our fathers. There are consequences of breaking a covenant. And when you break a covenant, it is called a breach of contract. So here it is. Two things. We got a covenant wound, and then we need covenant healing. So Brother B, how are we going to get that? I'm glad you asked. We're going to get that because from the title it says, let us return unto Yahuwah. You know, when Israel used to get in trouble and their enemies were coming in from all sides and they never seemed to be able to get out, and man, they were getting beat down, beat up, oppressed, depressed, all of that kind of stuff. But guess what happened when they said these words? Let us go back. For it is he who has done this to us. That's in the book. Every time Israel got in trouble, it is he who has done this to us. Who did it? It was Yahweh himself, the God of our fathers. He let the enemy come in and wreak havoc over his people as punishment for breaking the covenant. But here's the thing now. Just as much he has wrath, is just as much as he has mercy. Tell you something about our God. Don't sit up there and believe that lie talking about he beat you down to get you to return. No, he don't. He said he angry with the wicked every day. He ain't smiling and you want to keep on going and do whatever you want to do. No, he said he's angry with the wicked every day. So what is that? If you and I want to continue to walk in iniquity, iniquity is the practice of wickedness continuously habitual. He visits the iniquities of the fathers even down to the fourth generation of them that hate him, giving mercy to thousands of them that love him and keep his commandments. Oh, Brother B, what you talking about, man? The commandments done away with, man. We don't have to keep no command. The law is done away with. We don't have to keep no law. Somebody came down and got on tree and shed some blood. We don't need to do that. Excuse me. Somebody died in my place. In Ezekiel, it says no man can die for you. The son can't die for the father's sin, and the father can't die for the son's sin. Nobody can die for you. You better go in Ezekiel. Search the scriptures. It's you who has to return. And then here's something that he does all the time. He says this: walk contrary to me, and I'll walk contrary to you. Turn to me, I'll turn to you. He ain't about to beg you to come home. He ain't pleading with you to come home. There's a as we get down the line, we're gonna see that all of that you believed about this God of the Old Testament compared to the God of the New Testament, we got laws, statutes, and commands over here that we agreed to, that we came to terms with. That's what holds us bound. We're going to stop right here, and then we're going to get ready, and we're going to part 3.